All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. So, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they give me something to talk about, right? They made an interesting decision. They're going to honor Randy Rhodes, the late, great Randy Rhodes, who died in a plane crash in 1982, ended the career of one of the most prolific and interesting guitar players probably since Eddie Van Halen, who had broken on the scene not too long before that. Um, Randy Rhodes was a beast. He did things that few other guitar players have since been able to do. He was that influential, that important, and hence he's getting I guess it's an award for musical excellence, which is fine. I'm not sure that's the same as being inducted as a member of a band. It's a little fuzzy, but people are saying in articles that he's being inducted. Ozzy Osbourne, very happy. Apparently, Dave Grohl has given his stamp of approval to this because what Dave Grohl wants, apparently Dave Grohl gets. Dave's going in with the Foo Fighters, even though he's already in with Nirvana. So I'm just not, I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but again, the Foo Fighters are in, Blue Oyster Cult's not in. You know what I mean? Steppenwolf's not in. I mean, we go down this list and I'm sorry. The Foo Fighters can wait. The Foo Fighters should be waiting. All right, that's another video, and I'm sorry to go off on the tangent. I want to get back, though, to Ozzy Osbourne's original band and Ozzy himself, who are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I think is criminal. There was no other band on planet Earth at the beginning of the decade that influenced hard rock and heavy metal more than that Blizzard of Oz lineup, okay, and Diary of a Madman technically, but Blizzard of Oz and Lee Kerslake, who is no longer here, who should have been honored as part of that band. Bob Daisley, all right? These are the people, along with Randy and Ozzy, who should have been put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a band. And there you go. And the controversy is over. Now, I know legal issues with Kerslake and credits on the album for the next album and so forth, and all of that became a bit of a legal issue and then a feud. But I think at this point, especially with Ozzy, who now has Alzheimer's, right? It would be kind of cool to induct that entire band. And I think it gives more legitimacy to Randy getting in. Not that Randy needs more legitimacy. I'm glad he's being honored. And I think this was a workaround for the Hall of Fame. They said, nah, we can't put Ozzy in there again, because their mentality these days, for whatever reason, is they want specific groups of people to be inducted, subsets and so forth. I'm not going to get too controversial on that, but there definitely seems to be a trend, all right? And it's a trend away from merit. And whether you like, and believe me, I'm not the biggest Ozzy fan, but everybody I knew in 1980 had Blizzard of Oz, even if you didn't like that style of music. And it wasn't just for Crazy Train. The thing was just start to finish. Who is this dude playing guitar? And I'm glad Randy is being honored. He deserves it. If it weren't for a plane crash, I don't know how important he would be today in light of the plane crash. You could say that about Jim Croce and other people who passed away prematurely, and it wasn't their fault. Certain members of Lynyrd Skynyrd, obviously, who did get their due, but who knows how much more influence and how much more incredible music might have been made. In this case, I just think that Ozzy's Blizzard of Oz lineup should have been inducted, including Ozzy, obviously. It just seems as though they didn't want to do that. And maybe their solution is a decent solution, but Ozzy should still be inducted as well as the rest of that band. So In any event, congratulations to Randy Rhodes, obviously, but typical Hall of Fame. I mean, you may disagree with me because you're thinking, Ozzy doesn't deserve to get in again. Yeah, he kind of does. He really kind of does deserve to get in there. He basically reinvented a genre in the 1980s, and then everybody was inspired by those first two albums, especially. All right, done. Opinions, mine. You don't have to agree. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will, of course, see you soon.